Everybody, in this tutorial I'm going to show you guys how you can install Android 12 on your Android Studio emulator. First of all, we need to go ahead and download Android Studio Preview, and this version of the Android Studio that you need to download is called Android Studio Arctic Fox. So you can go ahead and go to this website right here, and then you can go ahead and select the version that we just spoke about. And right after you downloaded that version, you can go ahead and install it. The nice thing about it is that you can run it side by side with the stable Android version. And then once you have it installed, you can go ahead and come to over here where you have the SDK manager, and then you go ahead and click there. And if you haven't installed anything, then you will not have these two options checked. In fact, we're actually only interested in Android as preview. And then you go ahead and install the Android as preview. Just select that, and then the apply option will also be active. Then you go ahead and select on the apply, or go ahead and click on OK. Then automatically the download should start. And once you are done doing that, we need to set up our emulator. So for you to set up the emulator, you need to go ahead and go to the AVD manager, which will be right here. And if you cannot see it here, you can go to tools, and then you will have the AVD manager, and you also have the SDK manager here as well. And you can go ahead and click on the AVD manager, and then I'm just going to go ahead and delete the Android emulator that I had created, just so that I can show you guys how we can create the emulator from scratch. Let's go ahead and delete that and refresh this. Okay, I probably have to stop the emulator because it is already running here. Let me go ahead and shut it down. Power off. And wait for it to shut down. And then I'm going to say no. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on the AVD manager here, and go ahead and select this one that I want to delete, and go ahead and select delete and delete. Now that you have deleted the already created Android emulator, let's go ahead and go to create virtual device, and then we want to select either Pixel 2, in fact it can be any of the Pixels versions. You can check out the documentation on the Google website. I'll link in the documentation on this video description in terms of selecting the Pixel version that you need to select. So I'm just going to go ahead and select Pixel 3, and then I'll click on next, and then I'm going to select Android S, which is this one. You will see that on the target it will be Android 12 preview. And then go ahead and click on next, and we're just going to want to name this to latest. You can name it to anything that you want to name it to, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on finish. And now we have our emulator running here. We can go ahead and launch the emulator. Let's just give it a second. And it will probably take a bit of time because it's the first time launching it, so that is quite expected for launching the emulator for the first time. So let me just see what's going on. I'm just gonna go ahead and close this, and we have the emulator running here. You can check here, we have Pixel 3 APIS latest, which is the emulator that we just created. So now that we have the emulator that was just created, we can go ahead and create a new Android Studio application just to test how the app will run on the Android Studio on the new emulator that we just created. So let's go ahead and go to File, New, and then you're going to select New Project, and we can select an empty activity, click on Next, and here we now have this version for Android 12 preview, and go ahead and select that. And as you can see that this is in preview, so we don't have a lot of people that are already using this version of Android. So we can go ahead and click on finish, and then let me see, I'm gonna go ahead and select this one, and close this pop-up here. And let's just wait for the Cradle build to finish. And again, this will probably take a bit of time because it's the first time creating a project for this version of Android. So it will probably be downloading a bunch of stuff, but it seems like it's already done. You're just gonna have to give it a bit of time. And it seems like our app is almost done building, but while it's analyzing, it looks like we can actually go ahead and run the app. Let's go ahead and run the app. I'm just gonna make this smaller just to exit the full screen. Let's just give it a second, guys. And here we have our app running. So I actually just want to show you some of the things that have changed here. Let's go ahead and go to our Gradle build and select this one here. One of the things that you'll notice is that this project is actually using Cradle 7 beta 05 at the time of recording. That's a new change to using the latest Android version. And then you can go ahead and select this, and we'll see that we are actually using the minimum SDK for as S here, and the compile SDK is going to be Android S as well. That's for Android 12. So yeah, this is the end of the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you in the next tutorial because I'm going to continue making video tutorials using this AndroidStudio, and I'll be running the applications on this emulator that we just created for Android 12. Cheers guys, see you in the next one.